What's up, YouTube and my fellow traders? It's Bet On It Guy. It is Friday, March 7th, 2025, and this is the day 12 recap of me going over the trades I took today in my 100K funded accounts. Now, because it is Friday, we all know Friday is a bag of tricks, and we need to proceed with caution as far as what happens today in the trading market because you never know. You never know if the trends are choppy, up, down, sideways, all of that because again, Friday you just never know. So going into today, I was just being a very disciplined and very selective on the trades I took, and of course I took two trades, and you can see the profit on the bottom. So I'm going to switch over my camera here in a second and to show you guys the trades I took. Just a reminder that I am a new channel and I'm looking for new traders or just traders in general, my fellow traders, to sub to the channel if they like the content and the recap videos I put out. This is going to be what the channel is all about going forward, and I would appreciate all the subs, all the likes, and any comments below. So with that being said, let me go ahead and switch over these screens here and show you guys the trades I took for today. Okay. All right, so now we have this action here. It's currently almost 11:30 on the West Coast. Market's still open for about another hour and a half or so. But like I said, I took two trades today. You can see the profit on the bottom there. Yeah, 2,000 per account after two trades. Very, very happy about that for day 12. We're going to be ending today green, keeping that green streak alive. Yeah, we had a little bit of news as well. Going into the morning time, we had payroll hours, farm reports, payroll reports, all that good stuff, unemployment ratings, and all that that the U.S. is going through. They release, and of course, as you know, tariffs are a thing right now, and federal layoffs, massive layoffs throughout the country. So it kind of contributed to a little bit lower numbers than expected. We're not going to probably see those numbers dip down a little bit more for the next couple of months, only because it's a slow process, right? The reports coming out, but yeah, this is the first report where kind of those payrolls and unemployment ratings, they kind of were down a little bit. And you can see that represented in the reports. And with that, obviously, it came out 5:30 this morning, West Coast time. Indecision, right? Because it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. It dipped a little bit. So market kind of played out as such. Going into today, I was a little bit tired, so I slept in a little bit longer than usual. Started watching the market around this area here, 7:30 ish or so. I had a couple things I did. I went to bed kind of late last night and had some things I took care of yesterday. And today it's just tired. So I'm going into Friday tired. Not a good start, right? Not a good start. But the first trade I did take, I was actually back again in the overnight evening session. And you can see that here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, didn't take the first trade until what time was that? Around 8:30 ish or so last night. Finally got home, started watching it. Saw the gap down as far as trending gap down right here because when it gapped, it actually spiked back up. So we had that retracement candle as I like to see when I'm looking for either a reversal or such. That's just price action being pushed up when on a downtrend. So after that candle, I actually got long. A very next candle there made a little bit of a new high. I was up a little bit, as you can see, kind of spiked up a couple points, dropped back down, spiked up, dropped back down. Like I said, I was actually a little tired. I was watching that trade for an hour or so. I should have taken profit up here because I was tired, but I was waiting for it to hit my profit target up here, kind of in that area. But yeah, I was a little bit tired, so I actually set a kind of a stop here, and I fell asleep. Fell asleep in my chair. That's how tired I was. Fell asleep, and when I woke up, I actually woke up in this area here. But I noticed again, I do this every once in a while. I did that a couple weeks ago. I thought I put a stop here, but it was actually an ad, unfortunately. And again, I was asleep, so I didn't know. But when I woke up, thank God, it actually spiked up. It looked like it hit a what you call a little bit of a support area here, and then we had a spike up going into the pre-market session for the European markets. So it actually spiked up, which is actually what I was initially looking for in this area here when I went long, because we had that kind of push-up candle, support candle there, but then looks like we had a drop. But yeah, I wasn't waiting around for that. Set my stop loss here just in case it dipped down a little bit further. But again, it was actually an accidental ad. But it was good because it did the price action did go up, which is what I was initially looking for up here. And my first trade was around $1,200, $1,300. So I'll take it, right? I'll definitely take that. Very good buffer going into the Friday morning action. And then as you can see, this is the price action for Friday. Again, just the reports and whatnot. Just you never know what could happen because of the information coming out, and because it was Friday, I didn't start watching the markets until this area here. So just looking at it, we had like a nice gap up there. Got caught up in this area of resistance and started dropping down. Now, when I started watching it, the last couple days, it's kind of been like a gap up, gap down, gap back up. It's been doing that for the last 3 or 4 days. So I was kind of seeing if that would play out as such because it is Friday and because I already had kind of a buffer. Again, I was being very disciplined and very selective on what trades I took. I actually missed a trade that I could have gotten into. I was actually looking for a kind of a pullback long because I missed a long or short up in here, and I was looking for a short again, not a long, but I was looking for a short up in this area of the break of the kind of like a little flag that it was forming. Missed that trade just because I was kind of looking at other things as well. And again, if I already have a buffer, I'm not constantly watching the screens just because I've already made my profit, right? So missed that entry there. And I said, oh, whatever, we'll wait for the next pullback. So then when it did pull back, that spiked up again. Now the spreads today, again, were very wide, 10 to 15 points. So as far as risk management goes, you want it's kind of a wide gap, right? If you're trading at large size or such, it's not really a good idea to take those large positions. But it gapped up so much in this area here that I was like, okay, is this a pullback? Is this a reversal? This kind of at the initial spike up, it actually made me think it was going to be a reversal, but then we got that gap down. So kind of was watching that. Now I was ready to take a short here, but again, we had that kind of like indecision. If you look at like that last window there, we were kind of in a channel, but we were just kind of consolidating, just kind of didn't know where the market was going. And so I didn't take that short here. Didn't take it at all. Just kind of waited. But technically, to me, this was a first pullback. When I like to look at trades, sometimes as far as pullbacks go, you're usually guaranteed at least one pullback to get long or short, depending on the direction. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we get two. And three is usually what I see is like the max. Or unless the market is just really trending in one direction, we may just have a trend all day. But you're good for about one, maybe two pullbacks. So I was actually looking for a second pullback after we had that kind of slow grind down. Once it got into this area here, it was kind of like a channel area, and then it gapped up again, but then pushed down. I was like, okay, maybe this is kind of like that second pullback where I can kind of take a short. But given that we gapped down for the 2 hours prior, and we had a speaker, Powell, he's actually pretty popular, he moves the markets. We had a speaker at 9:30 this morning because it was just it was 9 a.m. It was so close, and it was kind of later on in the day. I was going to be very cautious about how far I wanted to let this ride. So when I saw that push up and gap down again, that's when I went short. I actually took a short there. It took about a 7-point win on smaller size, which is nice, and then kind of took my profit because it was getting closer to that Powell speaking time and because it was near that resistance or that support area. I was already green, took the profit, right? And that's how we got that to that $2,000 mark for both accounts. So very, very happy. After that, I just shut it down. Just shut it down for the day. Stopped watching it. But it looks like once Powell started speaking, we just had a slow grind the rest of the day. So nice little trend going upwards. So we'll see what happens the rest of the morning. Again, we have about an hour or so, hour and a half or so until market close going into the weekend. So that's the trades I took. That's the breakdown. Overall, very, very happy to end the week. We only had 2 trading days this week because we were waiting for that approval process for our payout. But back at it, 12 days green. Going into the weekend, feeling good, feeling that good energy. As always, weekends are you just wind down, right? Wind your mental down, relax mentally, take your mind off of trading for the next couple of days. If you like, sometimes I do some kind of a market research, kind of playback and go over the trades I took, go over my videos and whatnot. But yeah, the weekends are for just resting your mind because when you're trading, we all know it's not easy. Mentally, it's just mental discipline, mental toughness. you know, picking strategies, watching the action. It's all right. It's all really, really taxing on the mind and on the body as well. So you want to take the weekend to just relax, recover, regroup. If you did really well, go over what you did right. If you didn't make good trades during the week, go over what you did wrong and go over how you can fix that and do better. That's what I usually like to do on the weekend. So that's what I'll be doing, visiting some family and such. And yeah, we'll be back at it on Monday. I'll see if we can take some good trades and keep this green streak alive. All right, guys. Well, this is Bet on a Guy. You guys have a nice weekend. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.